approval or denial of solid waste collection and disposal service, and for curbside recycling, transportation, and processing service. This is primarily the reason that I made the comment up front. Anything new, listen to. Pro or con, if we've hashed it over before, we're not going to spend the time doing it. We're going to put it to a vote and vote on it. So, does anyone have anything new to add? Yes, sir.
On your last subject, I believe you guys had a tape recorder when that railroad guy was talking about that.
It wasn't a railroad guy, it was a meeting that we had with Mr. Arnold.
Okay. But I believe that the tape recorder was there. I don't know if you listened to it, but I don't remember you guys agreeing to paying for half either.
I'll most certainly review
Okay,
it.
we've agreed to pay it, so we're okay. All right. Anything new to add on the waste recycling? Yes, ma'am.
I just have one question. I haven't been here, so I may be asking the same thing. If we are billed on a 3-month cycle, and you hire the company that we're dealing with now as individuals, if we pay and we still have 2 months coming, does the town still bill us on that rate, or will we get a refund from the company?
Two things. First of all, we're going to discuss that here at the board. We're going to
Okay.
discuss that on how that does and what we're going to do and how we're going to do that. Okay, should it be approved? The second thing is that we want to find out from the person if you have a contractual obligation for that. Okay. Other than to say they recycle every 2 months, okay, if you come up tomorrow and say, I quit, they can't bill you for the 4 months legally if you don't have a contract to do that. If you don't have a written contract that says that you're obligated for that amount of time. So that's the kind of things we're going to talk about, though, yes. Okay, discussion board.
Hey,
Another question here.
I had about a half bag a month. You want me to pay how much and have my trash picked up?
The bill we haven't discussed yet, but we're running around $15 a month.
That's ridiculous, man.
Sir, glad you know that. Pull us out next time.
I have an
All right.
objection to that also.
Good.
I think the person ought to have the option to opt out.
Well, you don't, sir. According to the United States Constitution, a town council, and there's many, many towns that we've turned and asked the town, how does this work? Beth got another one right here. Read it, Beth. We got it yesterday or today.
Because I've been taking my trash to the county, done it for years.
Right on.
Our job on this council is not for you as one individual, sir. It is for the entirement of the community. The best for what we think is the best of the community. And this is the thing that we've discussed 1,000 times, so I'm not going to do this. But why are we doing this? Are we doing it for you, an individual, so that you don't have to pay $15 a month? No, sir, we're not. We are doing it for what we think. We've got a problem out here with recycling. It's a mess. We can't request any grants for that because it's a mess. We don't have the staff to fix it. That's one problem. Second problem, we got trash cans on the street 7 days a week. That's another problem. We got trash in houses. Will it fix all these? No. It won't fix all of them. But do we think if it's voted for, and which I personally am going to vote for it, is it best for the entire community? Yes, sir, I believe it is. It's going to cost me more, probably.
For people that are retired on a limited income, I think that's hard on a person.
Yes, sir. And what was your suggestion? Clean up the trash out there. Do you have a suggestion on that? How to clean up the recycling plant? How to offer recycling? You can't get a grant for any of this if you don't ask for recycling. People say, I don't want to recycle. If you want to get a grant from the town of Odon to improve anything, can't do it. People just don't allow it. Go ahead, Beth.
This come from the clerk treasurer of Alexandria. I spoke with her and she said that they have had mandatory trash pickup for the past 20 years. $12 a month. Curbside recycling is elective for $24 a year. It's not a moneymaker for them. They say the citizens over 70 get a discount. It's $10 instead of $12, and they receive a smaller trash can, so they can handle it.
That might be an option.
Yeah, and they say that the fee attached to the water sewer bill, and that if the bill is not paid, then the lien is placed on the taxes and the service will be discontinued. The downtown businesses are exempt in the town, or in Alexandria, and the business owners that live in town do pay for the trash pickup.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, that's what I wanted to hear. Likewise, as far as, again, accomplishing everything we want to accomplish, will this do that? No, sir, it will not. Will it accomplish some of them? I believe it would. Are we doing this to be mean or to tick somebody off? No. Are we standing up for what we think is right? Possibly. I don't know how the vote's gonna go. But that's a discussion we've hashed, rehashed, rediscussed, yelled, hollered, screamed at everybody. Complaints, yeah, we got all those. Do I still believe that the majority of the town want it? Yes, I do. John, you got anything?
Well, I'm thinking if you're going to the dump every week with your trash, you're probably spending more money than you will otherwise. If you're not going on a regular basis, and you're like some other folks who pile up in the back of a pickup or in a trailer, that's the sort of thing we need to get rid of. People accumulating buildings full of trash. But it's probably much cheaper to have a trash service rather than drive to the dump, pay their fees, and the mileage and the wear and tear on a private vehicle. That's my opinion of that, but if you do it on a regular basis. If you don't, if you do it once a year, you're coming out ahead.
You're also having a trash problem, a health problem. Yes, sir.
You had said, I think, I don't know, maybe John, one of you, I think somebody said that they wouldn't vote for this unless it was gonna be a savings to the people, and I don't know what they're paying now. Is it gonna be a savings, do you think, to the people, you know, who are getting trash pickup now? Is this gonna be cheaper?
We haven't analyzed the bids yet, Dave.
Okay,
We're getting a little ahead of.
okay.
Lowest bid, lowest person in town was $15 a month that we have found. And that was the lowest that anybody has done in town. One of his bids came in with that, this man.
Found the highest was 30.
Yes, there's some people paying third. So anyway, that's where we stand. Rita, have you analyzed?
Yes, I did. The bids had to meet certain requirements in the bid proposal. You know, obviously the price comparison is prima facie. You can see on the face what the differences are in the price. One of the omissions though, Velpin did not include a response to the proposed method for prices after the initial 3 years. Excuse me, it was just omitted. The filling in of those blanks in that specific form is required in section 2, paragraph 1 of the proposal. This was not, this is just by way of distinguishing the two. There's the insurance certificate is there. Republic has, the requirement has 10 million in excess, Velpin has 2, just by way of comparison. And back to requirements, the bid bond for Velpin, again, did not appear on its face to be from a surety that was authorized to do business in the state. And the thing is that it's supposed to say that they are authorized, and I don't see it in there stated that they could. Secondly, it didn't include the power of attorney that was required. Now, those things are present in the Republic bid on their face, that they are what they are. There was no evidence provided of Velpin's status in Indiana, which was also required to show that they're authorized and in good standing to do business in Indiana, and no indication of where Velpin was incorporated, which you could assume it's Indiana, but it doesn't, not necessarily. That would just be an assumption. It's supposed to be provided that and confirmed as to what it is. For instance, Republic just provided a copy of their certificate of authorization from the state of Indiana. You just print that off the internet, and it verifies by the Secretary of State those initial requirements. The financial statements, were required, certified financial statements were required again. Velpin's, included only a balance sheet and was not certified, so that was a little concerning. Again, they weren't, there was no indication of how long they were in business. We had asked that they demonstrate a 5-year existence. I mean, again, I could assume that, I think they probably have been, but that wasn't really made clear, and there was a requirement that they give some evidence of their managerial skill and financial capacity other than the statement, the balance sheet. There really is no indication of either of those things in the Velpin bid, which are present conversely in the bid. So those are the things that I noted in terms of compliance with the request for proposal that you submitted or put out there.
Thoughts?
So you're saying the Republic did comply?
Yeah, they met those requirements, and those things were present that I mentioned in the Republic bid.
Well, based on that and Republic's low bid, I move that Republic be awarded the contract.
I'll second that motion. I also want to put some contingencies in here. In order to get a contract awarded, we have to look at the time frame. Can we tell Republic if we do award the contract to them, that their start date is X? I don't think we want to do that. I think because they're gonna have to buy recycling things, they're gonna have to be able to get up and get moving as far as that date. I would like to set a target date and say the town would like 1 June for a start date for that particular, for the contract. And providing that we have a contract, a signed contract by that, and that the contractor is ready to go. Therefore, I bring it to a vote for the trash disposal. All those in favor?